Hello and welcome to this Swift tutorial. In this video I'm going to show you how you can track a user's position and extract all kinds of data from that position, including latitude, longitude, speed, course, all types of usable information, and I'm going to top it all off by displaying the user's location with a little nice blue dot that you will be very familiar with if you have used the maps on your iPhone. So make sure that you watch this video if that is something you want to know how to do. The first thing we are going to do is create a new xCode project. I'm going to call this project user location. Just make sure that the language is set to Swift, and if it is, click next. I'm going to save it on the desktop, and the only object that I'm going to drag into my storyboard is going to be a map view. So just do the same so that we can display the user's location on this map. So just to recap, what we are doing here is we are trying to display the user's location with a blue dot, which you have probably seen if you use the maps on the iPhone. We're going to display the user with a blue dot, and then we're also going to extract some more information about the user's location. So a few things that we have to do before we get started, and that is go to this file, then click on, let's see if it wants to make itself bigger. No, just click targets, then click build faces, click this one, link binary with libraries, and we are going to import the CoreLocation framework. So that's the framework we need in order to do the stuff that we want to do. Then we also have to add another thing, and that is going to be, I'm shortly going to explain what this is, but it's important that you write it exactly as it's supposed to, let's see, stand, else it won't work. So just write privacy and then location when in usage description. So an awkward thing, but we need it. And then this is going to be the message that is displayed when the user is asked, hey, can this app access your location? So this is the message that the user is going to see. If this is would be a production app, you would have something that puts confidence into your app. But since this is for our own use, I'm just going to write, hey, I want to know where you're at, like that. Okay, instills very much confidence in our app. And then we also have to import MapKit and import the CoreLocation thing. So that's the first. That's two things we have to import, and we also need to add as CL location manager right here, delegate. So now we're pretty much set up to start beginning our code. We just need to also connect our map. So we're going to say map, and we just drag it in, call it map, and it's going to be an outlet. So there we go. We have our map imported, and now the first thing is going to be set up inside this view did load method. So what I'm going to write, I'm first going to write it, and then I'm going to explain it afterwards. But first, I almost forgot, we need to let a manager that is going to be a CL location manager, like that. Then in the view did load method, we're going to say manager.delegate is equal to self. Then I'm going to say manager.desired accuracy is equal to KCL location accuracy best. I'm going to explain what all this means very soon. Manager.request when in use authorization, and then manager.start updating location. That's it. for now. What we are doing here is we're saying that the manager, the delegate, is equal to self. And then here is the important part. We're saying the desired accuracy that we want is the best accuracy. So we're going to have very accurate data about where the user is. It's not always important in all apps, but for this app we need the best location. Then we need to request when in use authorization. So what we also could do is we could request authorization for using the user's location in the background. But we don't need that type of authorization. We only need the user's location when the user is using our app. And then we're also saying that start updating location. So we're calling a function, as you will see soon, every time the location is updated. So we're saying, hey manager, let's start updating the location. So that's the next thing we're going to do. We're now going to create the function that is called every single time our user changes their position. So we're going to say function is location manager, and now we need to find one that says did update location. Let's see, do we find it? Let's try to write some more. Manager, we need the one that says, let's see, did update location is right here. Okay, awesome. And then what we're going to do is we're going to extract the user's location. So we're simply going to say, create a new variable called location, and we're going to set that equal to locations 0. So all the locations are going to be stored in this array right here, and we want the first element of that array, so the most recent position of our user. And then we are going to zoom in the map on that location. So we're going to say let span is equal to mk coordinate span is equal to mk coordinate span make. And we're going to need the latitude, which is simple enough. We just write location dot coordinate dot latitude. And on longitude we write almost the same, location dot coordinate dot longitude. So as you can see, we have a lot of information stored in this variable that we can access now. We could also access the altitude, the speed, all that good stuff, but right now we only need this one. Then we are also going to create a variable called MyLocation so that it doesn't conflict with location. And this is going to be a CL location coordinate 2D, and we are going to need a CL location coordinate 2D make, and this is going to be our location. Let's see. Wait, I made a mistake here. We're going to take these one and paste them in here. So just take these two that we just wrote, paste them in my location instead, and for span we're only going to say how much we want our map to be zoomed in on our user's location. So we're going to say 0.01, and again here also, let's see, 0.01. Now we have the span, how much we're zoomed in, and the location of the user, and now we're going to set the region. So we're going to combine the two variables. This is going to be mk coordinate region, and it's going to be equal to mk coordinate region, you guessed it, make. I'm going to say my location, and here we're just going to say span. So we're quite frankly combining how much we want our app to be zoomed in on our user's location and our user's location. And then we set the maps region equal to the one we just made, region, and animated. When we can get something animated, we say true. Now we have zoomed in on our user's current location, and we do that continuously because this whole function is called every time our user's location is updated. But now we also want to add the blue dot, so we just say self.map.show user location is equal to true. Let's try to run this beast that we just made, and let's see what we get. So here is our app we just made, and as you can see, we're being presented with the message that we wrote, hey, I want to know where you're at, and we're going to allow that. Let's click on allow, and as you can see, the map starts zooming in on our user's location, updating it each and every time our user's location changes, and then we follow that location with a blue dot. And as you can see right now, we're simulating a freeway drive, but we can also say, hey, let's go on a city bicycle ride. And as you can see, this is ideal if you want to make a sports tracking app or an app that tracks you in some way. You can just make it like this, and then you track where that blue dot has been. But here you have the framework, you could say. And as you will see, as I want to show you, you can extract all kinds of information from our location variable. So you can say location.altitude, you could say location dot, let's see what more there is, course, floor even, speed, so we can get the user speed. Let's just try to print it and see what we get. Location.speed, and also print location.altitude. Let's try to play this. Play, run it, and here we go. Our user's location is known, and as you can see here we have the altitude 0, and here's the speed in probably miles per hour, 7.33. So this is an awesome feature if you want to make some kind of tracking app. This is the foundation that you're going to need. So just as a recap, to go through everything that we did, we added a framework, we imported these things, we added the CL location manager delegate, we then imported the map view from our main storyboard to our view controller. Then we created a manager that keeps track of our user's current location. We then set some we then specified this manager that the desired accuracy should be the best accuracy. We also said that we only need the user's location when the app is in use, and then we say, hey manager, can you start updating the location? And he does that, and every time he sees that the user changes his or her location, he calls this function. And what this function basically does is it stores all the data that has anything to do with the user's location in an array called locations. And then we access the most recent element of that array in our variable location. We then create a span, which is basically how much we want our map to be zoomed in on our user's location. We created the user's location, or store the user's location in the variable MyLocation. And then we combine the span and the location in our region variable and set the map's region to be equal to this variable right here. And as we saw here, we can access all kinds of information, the altitude, the speed, the floor, all you can think of, and all you need is accessible in this location variable. And then, last but not least, we added the blue dot by saying show user location, and we set that to true. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that you click the subscribe button, and if you do so, I will definitely see you back in the next video. Once again, thank you for watching.